My dad actually, we talked about this years ago, where when he first came to this country, it was just weird for him that anything that was good, like being a good father, doing well in education, just being a good provider, those were considered white. And what was considered being authentically black was not doing well in school or somehow being involved in the criminal justice system. I remember him remarking on just like this weird psychology. Why is that in order for me to be authentically black? Means I need to be like wearing different clothes or, the saggy pants and all this kind of stuff. It also is this insidious thing where whiteness becomes the standard of excellence.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, but more importantly, you saw the clip. This guy's name is Ian Rowe. I get what he was saying in the clip, but this clip angers me and is very misleading. This man is 60 years old. So I had to look at another clip to make sure, like, I'm not tripping. Because he started talking about his father and his father talking about sagging and stuff. And I'm like, either y'all edited the clip and y'all made this bad, because whatever the website it does it, I've used a clip or two from there too, and I remember something being off with the clip. And he started talking about sagging at the end, and I'm like, bro, wait a minute, how old is this dude? Because he older than me. So he's 60. So I looked at another video, and he was raised with his parents, in Queens, New York. And by just the time frame, he had to graduate high school. And I'm gonna give it a rough estimate, anywhere from 1981 to 1983. Now he did a clip. I saw the clip that he was talking about and he was saying, when he was a kid, they annexed the school and they split it up because the demographics was changing. So his parents wanted him to go to the predominantly white school, and he wanted to go to the black school where he was already at. And they let him go, and he worked harder and became a better student, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, and I get what he was saying with his father, saying, he having an issue with everything good being white and everything bad being black. But bro, you didn't have to put all that sauce on it with the sag and stuff, because this is where people lie. And one small lie turns this whole thing into I don't trust you, because nobody was sagging in 1981, 82, or 83. Nobody was sagging in 77, 78, 79, 80. In New York, in Queens. Cut it out. Now, does the racial aspect of everything white being good, everything black being bad exist? Yes. But when you add that to the conversation, now it's like, say, man, since your family isn't from this country, by the way you said it, now you trying to, low key, put out misleading information. And here we go with, even the FBA issue, where people who are not FBA, they do this type of stuff. Because, oh, well, we're different than them because we worked hard and, and nothing happened. And now it's like, okay, bro, you should have said all that you said without the sagging part. Because now I know for a fact that you're full of shit. And sometimes, how do they say? You see it on television when they do the legal jargon, and sometimes you see it when they bring legal stuff out with cases, when they say, this is the fruit of a poisonous tree. So anything admissible is really from bad faith. So we're not gonna take none of it. That is what this stuff is to me. Because you don't have to rewrite history to make a point. And when you have to rewrite history to make a point, you have an angle. it's going to come off that you have an angle. Or the person who edited this stuff edited it in a way that they have an agenda and an angle. And this is part of that black conservative or black liberal coon type of presentation where it's not true, it's not honest, it's not real. So when I see stuff like this, because the older you get, you're gonna remember things, and you're gonna pay attention to details that other people that are younger than you are just gonna assume to be true. And when you're older, you're like, nah, that didn't happen. Not like that. That's not how things went. That's not it. Something's off about that because what that person just said didn't happen. And it didn't happen in that manner. So, like, and I'm gonna say it this way. You can look at the clothes from the 70s, the late 70s and early 80s, and see everybody was wearing tight clothes, tight shorts, tight jogging pants. You know what I'm saying? If you ever watch Good Times, pretty much 70s, Facts of Life, that type of stuff. Um, what was the show? Not Three's Company, but what was the show? Not All in the Family. I forgot the doggone Silver Spoon. That's that those type of shows. You see, all the kids were dressed in just fitting clothes. Sanford and Son. Dang, I forget what's happening. All of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? It was all Benson. All of those shows let you know how people looked and dressed and carried themselves. Now forget the one with Gary Coleman. I don't think I said the right name. You know, different strokes, different strokes. So when you can look at those things, you're like, I don't see nobody sagging. The bad, the flipping of the terms, that was definitely 80s. That's when bad became slang for good. I get all that, but this other shit, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because even the premise of black families in the 80s, it wasn't like downtrodden like that. People were in poverty, but people wasn't um woe is me, and because I'm going to a black school we're gonna suffer. That was over with. In the 80s and the 90s, it's like, okay, cool. Because in the 70s to the 90s, they were pretty much all black schools that were producing really, really exceptional people. Stop. Come here. So when you make revisionist history, now I know you're doing it in bad faith, and that's what I don't like about stuff like this. Let me get out of here because my dog he wants attention. So like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Come here. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.